Don't know me.
welcomed
I'm
everyone.
Captain Anthony Thuman. I'm the commander here of the Animal Control Unit.
Hi.
Before we get started, I would like to take just a minute and recognize our elected officials that are present, starting with the chairman, Chairman Turner.
Yay, hi you.
Vice Chairman Edmondson.
Hi.
I don't believe I saw any other commissioners, but if there's any other commissioners or anybody, I hope I didn't miss anyone there. Chief Operating Officer Stanford.
Hi.
I'm the Deputy Chief Operating Officer Coriolis, and Mr. Coriolis is in the back.
Hi.
Chief Widow.
Yay, hello.
And Sheriff Hill. Thank you for joining us, sir. I also want to welcome the other members of the department's command staff. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Yay.
I also want to take a few minutes and thank all of my rescue groups in my advocates.
Yeah.
Y'all all work very tirelessly to help find new homes for these animals, and it is absolutely something that does not go unnoticed. And I wanted to make sure that y'all knew that this morning. I want to thank the building and maintenance staff. I know there's quite a few of you here today.
Yay. Woo-hoo-hoo.
It's been a long 2 weeks, hasn't it, guys?
Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, I wanted to take a second and thank my staff.
Yay.
I could not ask for a better staff. Never have I seen a group of people more dedicated to taking their personal time and caring for the animals that we have as our guests than this staff. I'm very proud to call them mine. One of my favorite Bible verses comes from the book of Proverbs. Proverbs says, "A righteous man has regard for the life of an animal, but even the compassion of the wicked is cruel." Mm-hmm. Isn't that our goal, to have regard for the animals in our care? Mm-hmm. You know, we here at Clayton County believe so, which is why we took on this task of ensuring this renovation was done right with the animals in mind. Just kind of a little bit of history here. February 3rd of this year, we closed this facility for what was supposed to be a 2-week maintenance project. Little did we know what we'd find when the project began, hey guys.
Oh my goodness.
Once the project started, we quickly learned that the building to your left didn't need maintenance. It needed a major renovation.
Overhaul.
And that's exactly what's been going on over the last 21 weeks. Our goal in this renovation was to take a 22-year-old building and make it something our citizens would be proud of. We improved everything, all in the hopes of taking better care of our animal guests, our citizens, and the staff. This facility has been overhauled from the foundation to the roof and from the front door to the back. You can see the outside's been painted. We have new landscaping and a fresh new sign up front. You may also notice that we've added some exterior runs to both sides, and we've increased the green space around the building. The extra green space is going to give people the opportunity to interact with the dogs outside of one of the kennels inside. On the west side of the building, which is actually to your left, just to the right, if you're facing the door, you'll find some white PVC piping around the exterior kennels. This is our new exterior sanitation system. It works much like the sanitation system in your home. It provides a cleaner, healthier environment for the dogs as they enjoy our outside kennels. The biggest changes you're going to see is when you enter the building. You'll immediately notice the offices have been repainted. There's new flooring. I think a couple of you had the opportunity to look at a little bit of that before we got started. Inside the kennels, where you're going to see a completely new environment. There's a new antimicrobial epoxy floor coating on the walls and the floors. This is to help deter the spread of disease and provide a healthier place for the animals to live. There's new fencing throughout the facility. The fencing is going to prevent our human guests from coming through and spreading disease from critter to critter and they won't hook everyone all the way down the line.
Right.
So please refrain from trying to pet every dog we have. They all want it, and we know it. But the smaller holes in the fencing also helps the animals prevent from chewing on the fencing and hurting themselves as well. You'll find the kennel and the entire building has a brand new heating and air conditioning system. These systems are to keep the animals and the people more comfortable, and the climate control also helps keep the odor and disease control down. As you continue your walk through the building today, you're going to find there's a whole new bathing facility out back, kind of a little doggy spa, if you will. This is going to allow our staff to give the dogs a nice warm bath once in a while. In the bathing room, you'll also find that we've installed some sanitizing dishwashers. That's actually to keep the bowls clean, make sure they're healthy for the animals. And we have some large capacity commercial washers and dryers coming soon. Now, I do have some other news. The one thing you will not find in the kennel today is animals. This was done on purpose. I've purposely kept it vacant so you can experience the improvements firsthand. I want you to be able to go in, walk into a kennel if you want to walk into a kennel, see things if you want to see them, without being barked at like there's over here on my right. Now, I do have 10 dogs out here in the exterior kennels. All of them are in need of a forever home. So we also have many more at our adoption center. If you're interested in one of these dogs, one of my staff is here to help you. If you're interested in a dog that may be at the adoption center, you can view them on our Facebook page right here inside the building. In addition to all the improvements here at the facility, it also brings me great pleasure to announce the following. As many of you may know, the American Staffordshire Terrier, more commonly known as the Pit Bull, makes up roughly 62% of our annual population. In the past, these dogs could only be reclaimed by their owner or rescued by a licensed rescue group. Chief Woodall over here, who's also a dog lover, recognized the problem and asked me to research some options on how we were going to address this. Chief Woodall also recognized that this specific breed is very commonly overbred. This has led to the breed overpopulation not only here in Clayton County, but in the southeastern United States. After a tremendous amount of research, Chief Woodall has approved a solution. Effective July 5th of this year, we will begin adopting American Staffordshire Terriers. Now, let me tell you some things that go with this. There's some good things that come here too. The fee for adopting one of these loving dogs is $95. Now, when you adopt, here's what you get to expect. Once you come in and your pet chooses you, you're going to fill out an adoption application. You're going to pay the fee. What we will do is we will schedule that animal to be spayed or neutered that following Friday. While we have the animal is not only going to be spayed or neutered, it will be microchipped, it will be given a rabies shot and everything else, and you will be able to come pick up your dog Monday. Now, the other part of what we're going to do is during that weekend, we actually are going to conduct a criminal background check on the person adopting the animal. This is to keep anybody out here wanting to adopt the animal for nefarious purposes away. This should help, we believe, control the pit bull population and also lead to some healthier dogs too, because that Monday when you pick up your dog is completely compliant with all state and local ordinances. The other game plan we have is to extend this program to all of our adopters in the future. So, I know I stood up here and ran my mouth for a little while, so in closing, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out to join us today for this long-awaited ribbon cutting ceremony. Once we open the door, I want you to please feel free to walk around throughout the building, ask any questions you may have. My staff will be more than happy to answer them. I promise you, nobody's excited about this building as we are. I also wanted to remind everyone that July 5th will be our first full day of this facility being open to the public. It'll be our first operational day. Feel free to come by and visit the animal guest or help one of these pets find their forever home. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you.
I'd like at this point to welcome Chairman Turner to come up the stage.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I would like to acknowledge Commissioner Felicia Warner, who just came in. So, I have been receiving numerous calls from not only Clayton County, throughout the state, throughout the country, and probably around the world about this shelter. When will it open? Well, that day is today. Thank God.
Yay.
Some of the most passionate people in this world are dog owners.
Yes,
They
sir.
truly love dogs and will not tolerate any mistreatment. But let me say this. Took so long because we want to do it right, like the captain said. It's starting to rain, so let me be quick. We want to do it right because animals that will have to be housed here deserve to be treated with respect. And we want to make sure that our staff knows that. And I have to also commend those who worked on this facility. You did a marvelous job, and I really appreciate all that you did. And in closing, I just want to say thank God for our rescue units. Y'all have done a tremendous job removing these animals, finding them homes, and making us as a county look a whole lot better because of the work that you do. So thank God for you. God bless. Chairman, Vice Chairman Michael Edmondson, please.
Good morning.
Morning.
I typically go on the internet and do a little research in the library before I speak about something and to learn a little bit about it. And I did the same thing this morning with the Animal Control Center. I went to the Animal Control Center's Facebook page and the police website. And what exactly does it do, and how do I feel about it? I think the world would be better if we didn't need an Animal Control Center. So that being the case, I wanted to share a little personal antecedent of mine. When I grew up, when I was about 6 to 8 years old, we got Dusty. And Dusty was a rescue dog from wherever she was rescued. My parents rescued her. And she was with us until I'd gone off to college and beyond. Dusty had a couple of characteristics. The Animal Control Center that she got to know very well looked a lot like this, except the fences were electric. Dusty's two things were I lived about a mile off the interstate, and my father's office was about a mile off the other side of the interstate, and she was a runner. And if you had the door open to take out the groceries or whatever it was you were doing, if you didn't blink twice, she was gone, and about an hour later, she'd show up at my father's office. Now, we never figured out how she got over the interstate, but she always smelled like cow manure. Or under the interstate, we never figured out. But she did it, I don't know, 100 times, year after. And every once in a while, the animal control facility would catch her. And they knew our number by heart. And so the first thing she did was she was a runner. And the second thing she did was she was a climber. Now, if they let her out in the yard, she would climb. She would climb the fence, whether it was electric was on or off, and make her way back home. So, I'm never really sure if the animal control facility was good for Dusty's welfare or not necessary for her welfare, because she made it home, every time. So that's my little personal antecedent about what we did. A few things I did look up on the internet about animals. The ASPCA website as of this morning says that there are 78 million dogs and 85 million cats owned in the United States. And approximately 44% of all households has a dog and 35% have a cat. Approximately 6.5 million companion animals enter shelters in the United States every year, and approximately 3.2 million of those shelter animals are adopted. So if you do the math, there are more animals born in America each year than there are children.
Wow.
And about half of them don't make it out of the shelter. So, it's a sombering statistic, and I'm glad to say that Clayton County has done what they've done to help further that effort. Again, I'd rather it not be an issue and we not need a facility, but I'm glad that we have one given the circumstances. I want to thank all of the staff, and all the volunteers, and all of the people that have put this thing together. One point of philosophy that I read through some philosophical perspectives this morning. Aristotle's philosophy on animals is certainly not appropriate for this crowd this morning, but I thought Immanuel Kant said something nice. He said, if he is not to stifle his own feelings, he must practice kindness towards animals. For he who is cruel to animals also becomes hard in his dealings with men. We can judge the heart of a man by his treatment of animals. Thank you.
Good morning.
Hello.
Use my outside voice. I think first of all, I have the opportunity to kind of reiterate some of the points that Captain Thuman talked about. Any great organization is contingent upon many to make sure the organization is moving in the right direction. And so fortunately enough, from my lens, I have opportunity to talk about the great work of our employees here in Clayton County. Those employees that have played a major hand in ensuring that this facility, the renovation, if you would please stand. His employees that have played a hand.
Woohoo!
I won't be redundant, but also I'd like to thank our Deputy Chief Operating Officer, Alex Rodriguez, and the staff to figure out a way by which we utilize this opportunity to talk about not just the animal control facility, but also the great work they're doing countywide. This project will be representative of a lot of things that we're doing moving forward. Of a lot of the work that we're doing moving forward, not just with this facility, but countywide. So we talked specifically about the work of building and maintenance. We talked about the work specific to animal control and Captain Thuman and his leadership. but also we have some of our other ancillary departments that have played a major role. So let's give them a round of applause, to include refuse control and corrections. We also had Parks and Recreation, who's played a role as it pertains to looking at the turf and trying to ensure that the grading in this area was done properly. We also had assistance from Transportation and Development, and of course our CCTV 23 staff as it pertains to the marketing of this event. They always do a phenomenal job. One of the adages that we continue to push forward is that we always talk about the work in front of the curtain, but a lot of the times our citizens don't see what's going on behind the curtain. And so we want to ensure that we always emphasize the work of the collective work of our county and our citizens, and more importantly, our staff, because we all are working collectively together to make sure this county is moving in the right direction. So with that, again, thank our staff for all the work they continue to do. And with that, I'll bring to the microphone our Chief Joe Woodall. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Thank you, sir. Well, it's a good morning. It's been a while coming. It's good to see everybody here today. Y'all don't know, but by accepting a seat out there, you've committed to adopting an animal today.
All right.
No immediate takers? All right, we're going to think about it. We got your names on the list anyway. But I want to reiterate what's been said, the thanks for all those involved with this, especially the staff members down here. They work very hard. Every one of them down here is an animal lover. And I don't know how you could do this job and not be an animal lover. So the staff down here, my enduring thanks and continuing thanks in this matter. I'm not going to delay longer because good Lord has held off the rain for us. I want to get everybody inside. And the real reason was not to hear us speak today, is to see this great facility that this county has produced for us. So if I can, if everybody move over toward the door, we'll have a ribbon cutting ceremony and we'll let it begin.
We'll pause right here.